sir. Flux capacitors are near maximum. Very well. Drop the shields, turn us about. We'll meet fire with fire. Sir, I've got a missile on radar. Raise the shields. Negative, sir. The shields aren't in phase yet. Gunnery. Negative, sir. Turrets are still traveling. Very well. All hands, brace for impact. Damage. Sir, heavy damage to the forward decks. Getting hull breaches everywhere. Intermittent signal loss with the forward guns. Captain, Contact 2 is readying another missile. Turn us about. Shoot it down. Do we have shields yet? Negative, Captain. Too much flux in the capacitors. Gunnery, shoot it down. Sir, I've got heavy damage on the forward gun. Shoot it down. Hello, denizens. I'm Dire Penguin. Welcome back to the Dire Penguin Show. Hope you guys enjoyed that introduction as much as I enjoyed making it. I had a lot of fun with that. So, last time we were playing, we got into our first combat with pirates, and it's the first one out of the tutorial we had done, and we were so ridiculously fortunate. I don't know if you guys saw that in that introduction, but that was an amazing sequence of events that just resulted in us winning a victory against a superior ship, and I don't know whether to be happy, because, you know, there's that depth of combat that can happen, where if you have the right tactics and you do the right moves, you can pull off some great stuff in this game. Or to be scared, because that could easily happen to me. You know, I'd say, oh, great tactics, yeah, but that's not what happened. I got really lucky. And at the time, I didn't even know how lucky I was. So that's a little bit concerning that to me that can happen in this game. So, where we left off, we had just tackled with these pirate raiders. I'm not sure, maybe they didn't engage with all of their ships. Maybe that's why they are still here on the map. But they're running, I think. They don't seem to be after me. I'm going to go back and try to sell. If they want to engage me, as far as I know, we get the ammo back and our missiles and things like that, so we should be okay. But we need to go ahead and sell, because we're overloaded at the moment. We're paying extra supplies each day, and a lot, because we're overloaded. So, and in fact, it's going to tell us about that. Oh, nope, there they go. Bye-bye. Okay, ooh, our relationship with the hegemony improved by 3. Now, I don't know what is considered favorable so that we can go ahead and become a privateer with them, but we got a great bounty payment. That's really nice. That almost doubled our money. We also are now level 3, I believe. I saw that. Yeah, level 3. So, we leveled up a lot. We got a lot of money. I don't think 3 faction standing is that much, but we'll take it. So, what bonus do we want to get here? I really think that the crew experience gained is going to be really useful. But getting one of these up would be really good too. Getting that ballistic and energy projectile speed up might help us a lot. Ooh. There's so much to go for in this game. It makes me conflicted. Let's go ahead and get the... Let's go for that speed first, because that's going to help us land those shots a lot more, particularly on some of the longer range weapons, which are something that I want to do. Active sensor boy. Oh. Alright, so let's fly over here. We're pretty protected over here. I don't think we're going to encounter anybody that's a threat to us right around this station. But we need to buy and sell goods. So we can go here, and I think we just want to go ahead and sell off these metals. I don't know if this is a good market for it, so I don't know if I want to sell all of them off. I don't see that on here. How do I know? What would this be under? Probably domestic goods, maybe? I don't know if this is a good price or not, but I don't really want to lug it around, so I think I'm going to sell it anyway. Make another 2,000. I'd love to get these tariffs down. I don't know how we do that, but... We also got some weapons. So, and that was one thing that we noticed in our last run through. Ooh, we can check on heavy weapons. We are Better prices elsewhere. No, extra imports here. So, okay, so I think that means we want to go ahead and sell those. They don't sell for very much. We want to go ahead and outfit our fleet. One thing that we noticed with our ship in particular was we did way less damage than this guy over here did. And that was, we have that really powerful missile. I want to go to the refitting. We have these really powerful missiles on here. We only have one shot with each. That was something that I mistook in the last episode. We only have one shot with each, and I fired both of them on that guy. And they do a ton of damage. But other than that, we just have 2-point defense weapons. We have an antimatter blaster, which also does great damage and has long range, and no, just high damage, which we didn't even use that. But our regular weapons, what I would consider the weapons that we're going to have constantly trained on the enemy, we only have this IR pulse laser and this ion cannon. That was it. We weren't actually doing all that much damage to the target. And, you know, our other ship had these long-range energy beams that, quite honestly, I was kind of envious of. But what I want to do is see if I can't get something that would allow me to do a significant amount of constant damage, instead of just this burst damage that comes from our torpedo and our antimatter blaster. Now, it is worth noting that the antimatter blaster, if I had fired it, is an energy damage type. So that means it doesn't matter at what stage of the combat you use that, you're going to do a lot of damage. And in fact, if I had done that at the right time, I think that would just out and out have destroyed the enemy ship. Because these missiles did these missiles did 2,000. Okay, so he had maybe 2,500 hull or hull and armor, so I still would have been able to get the job done even if I had lost the missiles, but I didn't have anything aside from my other ship that would really help me bring down the shields of that assault destroyer that we went up against. So let's see what kind of mounts these are. I don't know how to see what type of mount it is directly, except just to click on it and see that the only weapons we could mount on it are weapons we can buy from the black market. So we don't actually have anything we can mount on this. So we can't really, that's not a solvable problem at this point. Huh. I could switch out the ion cannon for another IR pulse laser, which was good. Let's take a look. They both have the same range. One does a lot less damage, but it does EMP damage. Generates a lot less flux, so I can fire it for a lot longer. I guess we'll stick with what we've got, but we're going to want some more of these. They're only available on the black market at the moment, and I don't want to mess with the black market yet until I understand that a little bit better. But we'll have to do something to free up some ordnance points if we want to load some things on there. Looks like we have a lot of vents and capacitors at the moment, so we could probably trim that down as long as we aren't increasing our flux generation too much. But I think these actually generate a fair amount of flux. 152 per second. Sounds like a decent amount. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we have to get. We have to be favorable or better with the hegemony. We can't get that yet, right? What do we have to do to be favorable? So let's go over here to Intel and Factions. We're neutral. I don't know what favorable is. Might be 25, might be 50. If hostile is negative 50, maybe positive 50 is favorable. Let's see if we need any repairs. 7 supplies. Okay. Let's go ahead and check out our supplies. We have extra cargo space. I think we're just going to get some extra supplies and then go see what we can take on. Pick up an extra 30 supplies, make sure we can stay out and about. Alright, let's go see if we can find some more pirates to take on. I feel like that's probably our next course of... Hostile. Can we take these guys on? I think we can. Oh, wow. Apparently, we get allies in this engagement. I think that we can go after these. let's go ahead and do this combat. Let's deploy all of our ships. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and deploy, and we're going to deploy everybody, and we're going to see if we can't chase these guys down. These guys are on the run. Probably means they're going to try to get up here to the top of the map, and I imagine we're going to have reinforcements coming in from the sides. Now let's take a look at what ships we're up against. Fighter wing here. We've got an attack frigate. Probably has frontal weapons. We've got a support destroyer. Don't know what a support destroyer is like, but probably has a pretty good ability on it. And a Hellbore frigate. Okay, that doesn't tell me what it does, but it probably has strong energy weapons. That's probably our primary combat target. I think I can trust the reinforcements here to be able to keep our guys alive. This combat probably will either not last long because they either successfully run away, or because, well, we kill them all. Now, it's worth noting that we have this temporal shell ability down here, which means time slows down for us. It's kind of like a bullet time effect. Now, I don't know whether it's toggleable or not, but it might mean that if I can slow everybody else down, I can get close to them. I don't know if I think it means I still travel at full speed, so I might be able to close very quickly with these guys. So let's go ahead and activate that. Ooh, didn't have shields up for that. Oh well. Alright, so we've closed with him. Let's start seeing if we can't do some damage on him. His shields are going to start overloading. Got to take out those. Alright, he's overloaded, so he's completely overloaded. Well, he didn't last long. Next. More missiles coming in. I can't get my shields up. Oh, that would have been just around it. Alright, well, unfortunately I went backwards, so I'm in completely the wrong place. Looks like they're taking care of them just fine. But I want to see if I can go ahead and kill as much as I can, because we might get more loot that way. Let's see where they are. Okay, they're all the way up here. Looks like they have a fighter wing down here, but their Hellbore frigate is up here. The other two guys are destroyed, so I need to get up there as fast as I can. Those fighters are probably going to die on their own. Now, it's worth noting that time is slow for us, but I don't think it's going to do us any good because we don't travel faster when we're in this state. Instead, we're just traveling without our flux boost. Okay, so now we have no flux because our temporal shift has run out, and we can fly faster. Let's get up there as quick as we can. I think that's him. I think he's already dead. These guys are not lasting long. Oh, wow. We're already done. We contributed in one of those kills, but so we actually didn't get much. We got 18 credits from the wrecks, but let's see if we can get any salvage out of it. Okay, there is some salvage we can take. Looks like we can probably only take the salvage that we actually took part of in the kills, but that's okay. This is loot we can sell off. We'll at least be able to repair any damage that we took, because unfortunately, I did take some damage. Okay, but the other thing to note is because we took part in this combat, we might get a influence boost with the hegemony. And in addition to that, we earned some experience. Looks like both of our captains leveled up. So how do we level up our captains? Also, our relationship with the hegemony improved by 2. So, alright, that's just a win. We didn't even have to fly anywhere for that. Let's go ahead and refit our ships. 14 supplies. Rats. But how do I level up my captains? Probably in here in the fleet. Okay, both of these captains, I believe, are ready to level up. So personality steady, personality cautious. Might like the cautious one on the shuttle instead of the frigate, but they're ready to level up. Cool, these guys level up, so we have their choice of which way we want to take them. It's not a full-fledged tree like we have, but we can decide how they should go. We can either gain 3 levels in an existing skill, which is really nice. That sounds really, really nice. Or 1 point in a skill we already know. So we can either take 2% weapon damage, or we can take way less engine damage and be really close to getting plus 75% maneuverability. That sounds like the way to go, because plus 75 is a huge boost to maneuverability. Let's go ahead and take that. Okay, next up we have Tegus Lee. Let's level him up. He can either increase his gunnery implants, which is going to be his target leading for auto-firing weapons, which I don't think matters as much for him because he's got all energy-based weapons with perfect precision. but might be worth considering taking, especially since if we can get him to level 5 on that, looks like we get that plus 25 ballistic and energy weapon range. So that would be very nice to have for him. Or we can learn damage control, which is going to reduce the hull and armor damage taken. And if we can get it to level 5, seems to improve the reliability of your ship in combat by having autonomous subsystems. I really like this idea. Getting a plus 25% range when he already has very good range with those weapons sounds like a win. Now we're going to have to pick that again because this is only going to take him to level 4. Okay, interesting note, we also have a limit on the number of officers we can have down here. But that's really nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back in here to the station, sell off our loot, because that's just something that we do. Sell those off. How are we doing on supplies? We're still fine on supplies. We're still good on crew. And again, we don't have any more ordnance points, so we may have to level up before we can really outfit those ships some more. But let's go ahead and leave here. We'll check out our faction standing. Still neutral, so we still need to increase that more. Let's head back up here to the pirate base. But it's interesting to note we can run into hostile fleets right around there because they're unidentified until you get so close to them as long as they're running dark. And we don't know who this is. It's an unidentified fleet pursuing us, but it's only 2 ships. I think we'll be okay. Let's engage them. Pirate scouts. Here we have one of those Hellbore frigates. 2 Hellbore frigates. Our combat readiness is really high, 73%. That's fantastic. 60 and 60 on those. Our crew level is also veteran, so very nice. Let's just engage these guys. I don't think we'll have too much trouble with these. Level 2 captains? We've got level 2 captains. Yeah, let's just engage these guys. We'll engage with everybody. We're going to take our ship as the flagship. And let's deploy everybody. Okay, now, we don't know where they are, but it's worth noting that they'll probably be up here. Every time we fought, or well, I guess the first time we fought and then in the tutorial, the enemy spawns in up here, but we don't know where. So let's go ahead and we'll wait for those symbols to appear on the top of the screen, which means we've detected them. Our ships are over there. Okay, so here they both are. Our ships are, it looks like he's going to engage at long range. And I think it's worth probably telling him to engage at range. Can we do that? I think I can if I click on this guy. No. Okay, well, I'm a little bit concerned because this shuttle is in the middle, and that's our weakest ship. I don't want to lose that guy. Let's tell him to support us. And then we'll move over and we'll try to take out one of these using his assistance, because I think we need that assistance because our main weapons are weak. There's our shields. Now, I don't know what he's shooting at us. He does not have shields. So we want to close with him as fast as we can. He's got heavy flux. Our guy is doing a fantastic job against him. And it's out. Wow. I think we just did... Wow. Okay. We're actually really strong. Now it's worth noting we're on easy mode. And I know I've said this before, but it's worth stressing that in easy mode, the damage ratio is heavily skewed in your favor. It may not sound like all that much. 50 less damage that they do, 50% more of the damage than that we do, but that's a 300% damage. We now do 3 times as much damage as they do. If they did 100 damage, they now do 50. If we did 100, we now do 150. So using the same weapons, we do 3 times as much damage as they do. So I have a feeling we're going to need that easy because, okay, these were some scouts, but we may encounter some things that we really need that easy mode for. Like I said, when I tried playing and as just a trader, I had some escorts. I had some weapons on my freighter, and I had no chance. I got obliterated. So we'll probably need that before this is over. Let's see. We got a weapon, though. We got a large ballistic weapon. It's large, so we may not be able to fit it right now, but does great damage. 500 damage per second. Pretty slow firing, it looks like, and generates a lot of flux, but it's got good range. But it's high explosive, which means it's not going to be that good against shields. So he wasn't doing very much damage to us because our shields were blocking most of it. Let's see, this is pretty much going to fill us up on cargo, especially after we do that. So we're going to have to fly back and sell all this off again. But we are ready to level up, I believe, and I believe now some of our captains have leveled up again. Man, we are leveling up quick. We got more bounty. They still don't like us all that much. They're still neutral. Okay, it says right here. So we need to keep a lookout there for when we go favorable. But, all right, wow. This is going really, really, really well. Let's go ahead and sell these off, sell these off. Dual machine gun. It's probably good to keep one of those. Let's go ahead and sell one of these missile launchers. Sell that off. We're really good on crew. Do we have a limit on the number of crew we can have? Yeah, we can take 105. Those appear to count against cargo capacity, I think. Does it say? No. All right. Okay, so these are going to influence what your maximum combat readiness is. Interesting. Okay, I want to keep this Hellbore Cannon, though. I think that's potentially going to be useful, because I have a feeling we're going to be able to buy a new ship soon. If I exit out of here and go to buy ships, I can actually buy these combat freighters. I could buy one right now. And it may be worth doing that, but I don't think I have enough money to buy a captain to put in it. So I don't think that's a good choice. If I go here, what captains do we have available? Mercenary officers. All right. He will actually potentially join us. He's timid. Might be a good for combat freighter, but... Okay, he only costs 4,000. You know, let's do it. Just because we have the opportunity. Let's go in here and buy one of these combat freighters. Now, which one do we want? Well, this one has a medium ballistic mount and 3 small ballistics. No flight decks, so we're not talking carriers. These are going to dramatically increase our cargo capacity, which is one reason why I'm so interested in bringing them with us. This one has 2 small hybrids, 2 small ballistics, and 2 small universal mounts. That's good. Its skill is kind of a meh, confuse nearby enemy missiles, whereas his is massive speed boost. This one has a higher regular top speed, though. So, the frontal shield on that one, he has no shield. Okay, we're going with the Wayfarer. I feel that's just better than the shuttles. No. Well, let's see. What's our shield? Shield arc 120. Shield arc 180. It's frontal only, but let's buy this. Let's buy a combat freighter. It's going to give us a lot more cargo supplies, so we don't have to keep coming back every single time. It doesn't have any weapons or hull mods installed, so it's a good idea to get it outfitted. Make sure you have enough personnel to crew it. We are really, really close to the personnel limit. Let's go ahead and hire that captain, though, before we hire any crew. Now we have 2. We have Dave Farah here. What can she do? She's steady. I like that a little bit better. Let's go ahead and hire her. She's 4,002. Let's get her in our fleet. And now let's outfit our ships. Let's get the Captain Dave Farah here. So these are ready to level up. It's worth noting. We'll do that afterwards. And let's see where these weapon mounts are. Ballistics in the front, hybrids on the side, universal in the back. Interesting. Universal in the back. Not sure I like that. But it's good for point defense. Now, what do hybrids do? Hybrids can take anything. No, it's not universal. So what's the limit? All right, let's put the ballistics on. We've got a machine gun we can install there. Black market, open market. We can get some light auto cannons. Decent range. No range. Not much range. Let's get that autocannon. It has double the range of the light machine gun. So the light machine gun does 50% more damage, but it's got a shorter range. This has not got a fast turn rate on it, but I like that higher range because that way this ship doesn't have to get right up in the face of the enemy to be able to do damage. It's only going to cost us 195 credits, so let's go ahead and do that. Small hybrids. What can we buy off the open market? Just an autocannon? Again, I'm going to take the higher range because I want this guy in the back. Now, universal mounts. We can put anything we want here. I feel like missiles might be a good choice, as well as point defense weapons. I'd love if these were forward-facing, but I guess I should have looked at the ship before I bought it, if that was the case. This is in my cargo hold. Let's mount that missile, and let's buy this missile. That's probably a good choice. I have a feeling those missiles can sweep around. I believe they're homing, so if not, we've got some decent fire support on this. Let's add some capacitors to increase its flex capacity, although it's worth noting that because we're using ballistics weapons, we basically have not very much flex generation at all. Although, 110, so let's add some more dissipation to it. And can we add any... We can add accelerated shields or expanded magazines. These aren't ammo counted weapons, so there's no point in having expanded magazines. And okay, we don't have enough hull points for these, so looks like we can't use this anyway. So, all right. Let's just make sure by getting rid of some vents. One more. Okay, so we could install blast doors or something, but we can't put it on a dedicated targeting core because it can't go on a frigate or destroyer, and we're a freighter. I'm not really sure any of those are good. Let's just go for flux dissipation. Can't have more than 10 vents, so let's just fill up the rest with capacitors and call this ship done. I think I like it. Okay, folks, we've gotten a new ship, taken on 2 batches of pirates. Didn't get a tremendous amount done, but I think it's worth calling it there. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll take on some more pirates and see if we can't get our privateer's license next episode. Thanks for watching.